You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building, Miss LeToya Luckett. Welcome.
What's going on?
Now, where the hell have you been for 7 to 8 years?
She's been on TV.
It's been 8 years.
Yo.
We ain't hear no music.
She's been on
Where the hell have
Ballers.
you been?
I've been working.
Took you long enough to make another album.
She's been acting.
I've been acting.
Act-
Okay,
been She
said
I've been
acting.
acting and stuff. But I've also been recording. It was just it was tough kind of balancing it because literally like I would get like in a groove and be recording and everything and then go on an audition, book it, be in Toronto. So now I got to find a studio in Toronto and go straight from set at midnight and try and record an album. So you know what? I did the best I could. I'm glad I waited though, because I just didn't want to put out anything. To me, the timeline, I wanted people to really like love the music and feel me and hear my heart on it. So I'm glad I took my time with it.
And girl, let's discuss some things, okay? Because we saw the Used To single. Me and Envy were in here actually watching it because I know you're doing it as like three different videos, a mini movie. Right, and it's true. I've said this to some of my friends that it's really hard sometimes for guys to date you when you have a lot going on for yourself and you can like really get their lives a little better and more in order. And sometimes guys feel intimidated, like they can't do things for you.
You better speak.
What y'all looking at me for?
Nah, I mean,
I just was saying she's speaking a word over here, and I was just letting her have the floor with it.
I was gonna say I know you ain't got no man the way Thomas Jones was kissing you in that video. In that video, I said because I had to, I had to sit back and I was like, damn, if my wife had to do this song. And was
acting.
Can you tell him again?
You licking whipped cream off his cheek.
It was a
You're kissing him. He's taking his shirt off and threw you on the counter.
It was, first of all, we were going with the flow.
That seemed too
We were
exactly
in the
going with the
scene.
flow.
He is first of all, he is so great to work with. He's an awesome person, very professional. So it was just an on-screen thing, and that was it. He the homie. Like
he's the homie with me
he
too.
He is the
but
homie.
wow, Envy.
No, not like that.
Wait a minute. I mean, because I was gonna say.
Slow down.
That's my guy. That's my guy. He's playing from New York. That's my guy.
Is it awkward like after you do those scenes and y'all gotta just talk like regular?
You know what? I guess I'm used to it, you know, because, with being on set, you get the awkward kiss out of the way first, off camera.
Right.
You're like, okay, let's just do it. All right, cool.
And what about the
so
licking
when
in
you
the
get
face
on,
and him
that
throwing
just
you on the
happened.
counter?
that just happened, and then as soon as we yelled cut, it was like, all right, you dab them up and it's over with.
Now, you also were engaged to our friend Rob Hill. Right. And listen, y'all
He seen that video and that's when it all went bad.
I think the video was after.
He seen
It was
that video.
after.
It was like, look, we got to talk about this, babe.
Way after.
Way after, yeah.
But you guys were very public as posting each other and everything.
We were.
What ended up happening? That
I think, and I can't really speak on it like that, but I think anytime you open up and allow yourself to love and love hard, that's the risk you take of it possibly not working out. And although we really did love and care for each other, it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to.
right.
And I wish him the best. It sucks, you know what I mean? Because I'm as real as it get. I'm a real person. You ask anybody that knows me. I do this. This is my day job, but I'm a lover at heart. I'm a friend. I like real people. I like real things. I share real emotions, especially through my music, which I did on this album. But heartbreak happens when you open up and allow yourself to love.
Did the breakup inspire some of these songs at all?
I was already in the process of making the album. He was there for some of it. And I think after listening back to the album, I can definitely listen to some of my own records after that experience. Because music has helped me heal from the beginning. I mean, of my life. I can remember as a kid, my first breakup, 14 years old, I was jamming Tony Braxton.
That whole album
trying
was
to heal out here. Why did an angel break my heart? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Music has always done that for me. So I've definitely sat back and listened to some of my records and gone, dang, yeah.
What's on your breakup playlist? Because
What's on my
all
breakup
women have
playlist?
that breakup playlist when you break up with somebody.
Oh my
and you gotta listen
Mary.
to some.
Anything Mary?
Anything Mary
my
is on there
goodness.
for sure. Anything.
Especially new Mary right now, too.
Right. That's my dog, too.
I would say
love
Usher
her.
Burn is a good one too.
Yeah.
Yes,
gracious.
Unbreak My Heart by Tony Braxton. I have this record called Disconnected that is probably one of my favorites off the album. And I love it too because I was so vulnerable in that moment. And it's the only song on the album where it's just my voice and the piano, which is something I really, really wanted for this album. Hell, I was heartbroken on that thing. So it's on my playlist for sure. Worlds Apart is definitely off my album. Another record that's great for heartbreak. Hell, my single, Back to Life.
This sound like a heart, Back to Life.
Yeah, that video, gracious.
Did y'all see part 1 and 2?
But it seems like he wants you back then.
I seen the 8-minute video. Was that part 1 and 2?
Part 1 was 8 minutes. Part 2 was 10 minutes. Yeah, the 8-minute, you got to watch the first one first. Yeah, you got to watch that one. That's the real deep, juicy, crazy one where we go off in that one.
Has that ever happened to you?
Absolutely.
Dated a man, he was too close to...
Yeah, man. And you kind of like,
another woman.
That's your friend? So that's your friend. He might not feel it because a lot of times y'all are like oblivious to things. But at the same time, you as a woman, we have that intuition, and we like, she laying back in the cut for a reason. She always had feelings for you, but probably thought you never looked at her in that way or whatever. But from the get-go, I sensed it, that she wanted more than just a friendship. This whole sister moment that she's having is temporary.
Now, with Rob working so much and you working so much, did that mess up the relationship at all?
No.
Not at all? So the work had nothing to do with it?
No. We were very, very, very supportive of each other. Very.
Now, why'd you get back to music, though? I mean, it's been 8 years. You've been doing flicks. There's no real money in music anymore back in the day.
That's not true.
I don't do it for, and you know what? Somebody asked me this recently, like, what would I tell a new artist? I'm like, first of all, if you're doing this for money, run now, because that's not what it's for. I just love music. It's where my heart is. I'm telling you, it helped me heal in relationships. It helps me. I feel music. I feel it. You know what I mean? Especially when I'm listening to a certain record and this person is literally speaking to me and everything that I'm going through. They're saying everything that I want to say to this loved one, but I don't know how to put it into words. Like, I love that, and to be on the other side of that and be able to create that, how can I can't live without that, man, at all. And
it affects other people so much
does.
too.
Like,
it really helps other people.
You don't understand how it feels, and people are like, what is your highest moment in your career? What is your lowest? And I'm like, the highest, forget any award, forget anything like that. It's when somebody comes up to me and says, like, for instance, my first single, Torn, like, Torn made me leave that abusive relationship when I didn't have the strength to leave. Like, I would listen to your record and it helped me to finally come, make that decision and say, this ain't right for me. That's what gets me excited. That's what inspires me to want to go back in the booth and create more records like that people can feel and relate to. Because I know I ain't the only one out here going through it. You know what I mean?
And Torn is still my song to this day. I still play Torn.
See? And I think, you know what? Back to Life kind of, the reason I love that record is you find that, I know with Torn, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in this situation, and should I go? Is it for me? Should I try and work through it? Back to Life is saying, I've done that, and I got to get back to me. I got to get back to what feeds me, what makes me feel like full. And if any relationship ain't inspiring you and helping you to grow or making you feel fulfilled, run. Like, we only got a little bit of time on this earth. You do not know your expiration date. And if you're in something that's not feeding you, if you're in something that's continually, like, every single day pulling you down, if they're being disrespectful, why are you there?
Right.
Why are you, to satisfy what need? Is it a financial need? Is it you don't want to be alone? We got to get out of that space.
Some people act like if you're single, then you're
a
loser.
It's the end of the world.
Some people are in relationships and more miserable than any single person.
Can you tell? Hello?
Could ever be.
Yes. And I've been on both sides. I've looked at my single friends and been in a relationship that probably wasn't best for me and gone, dang, they get to, like, live their life freely. They don't have to, like, put up with this and that or whatever. And then I've been on the other side where I'm on the couples trip, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go back to my room, y'all.
Good night, you guys have fun.
Good night, y'all do that. So I've been on both sides of it. But I want to be in something that makes me happy.
So what would you say you're looking for now that you've been through everything you've been through?
I was gonna say, like, you like everything. Like,
found out what you don't want.
You go from Slim Thug.
That's so long ago,
which is
though.
a motivational speaker in the hood.
And they both from Houston. And by the way,
Then you go from Rob, which is a motivational speaker.
hold on,
corporate
Slim
world.
Doug is a motivational speaker in his own right.
That's
Okay,
what I
I
said.
follow
He's a
him on
motivational
Instagram, and he's
Lord.
very funny.
And
he's
every spectrum. You go from hood to corporate hood.
Well, that's all sides of me. You know what I mean?
Because
I
you get
attract
it. You get it. I can hear it all coming out your voice.
as hell. You know what I mean? and I think that was something that, especially with Slim, he's home to me. You know what I mean? He's from my hometown. And we were back and forth for 10 years. He's like family to me, even
Right.
still. Our families are
That's what's
very,
big?
very close. Absolutely. But I wish him the best. It ain't work out in that way, but he's like, I'm telling you, he's probably with my brother in the studio tonight. That's how close we were. And our personalities, especially with the comedy, you know him. He's
Right.
funny and crazy and has no filter and just ill-advised at times. But you know, we were able to relate in some ways, and with Rob, he's very intellectual, well-spoken, and he wants the best for people.
So you want the middle of that. You want the middle of
It feel like,
the middle of
don't it feel like Rob got to be perfect and live up to all those quotes he's posting? That's what
I'm sure that's tough.
That is tough because it's like you cannot mess up. I done put up all these quotes and told you what to do. Now I got to live by. It's hard to do what you like. It's hard for you to say, okay, in this situation, this is what you should do. It's easy to give somebody else advice, but sometimes we don't follow our own.
No, and that's the hardest thing. I mean, I can sit up. I've been on panels and shoot. Even in some of my music, I give great advice, and then I find myself in a situation like, well, that was stupid. But at the same time, you live and you learn, and that's what life is about. Just, you know, taking those experiences and learning from them. I've been blessed to love some awesome people, not just with boyfriend girlfriend relationships, but I've had some awesome people in my life. And even though I bumped my head in a few things, like we all do, I can honestly say that I'm a better person for it. And I learned from every single situation. It taught me a lot, and hell, you know, it's helped to make me into the woman that I am today.
I saw you at the wearable art event that Tina Knowles does.
That was
like
fun.
your dress. So
Thank
wearable
you.
art was like you supposed to come in some type of artsy looking. How does that?
It was I felt like it was like our Met Gala a little bit. Like everybody
Houston's
just did
Met
their
Gala.
own thing. You know what I mean? And the gumbo was good.
the gumbo was good.
We had that gumbo when we were in Houston. Remember?
Yep.
Listen,
They made us some gumbo and brought it to our room. I never had it
amazing.
before.
popping. Did y'all go to Papados too?
And we've been to Papados before.
Okay, I was about to say,
But I usually
okay.
like it at Showtime or when V Live was up. Like you get the gumbo from the street.
We know you
It's
like the
pretty good.
crawfish at Papados.
I love the crawfish at Papados. Don't ever look. I can give you the spots if you want to go eat in Houston. Just let me know. But it was a good time. I'm so happy for what Miss Tina is doing, and she's inspired me since a young girl, watching her in her hair salon every day and balancing out being a wife, a mother, a stylist, and then helping to raise all four of us. Like, you know what I mean? We moved out of our homes at like 12 years old.
Sheesh.
So, and into her home.
You guys are probably a handful.
Absolutely. And so to watch what she's doing with these young girls, helping to inspire them, especially the writers. Some of the girls got up there and spoke and shared with us, and it's like, yo, like all they need is someone to say, yes, you can do this. You're capable of doing this. We understand where you come from and whatever, but that doesn't have to, hold you or keep you in a box. You know what I mean? So I'm so glad for what, Miss Tina is doing with
You still speak to the ladies of Destiny Shop?
Absolutely.
All of them?
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah. And that's what, that's something else that I think, especially with social media and stuff like that, people want to hate and people want people to
They like drama.
go back and forth. They love it. They feed off of it. And I will honestly say the ladies of DC, we've all done our own thing. We're doing our own thing. We're grown. And we don't do that. We don't feed off of that, and we wish each other the best. Every time we see each other, it's a genuine moment of hugging and, hey, girl, how the kids, da-da-da. Like, It's not that at all.
It's not like a Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion or nothing like that.
You know what? No, we ain't no bowls being thrown over here. But
what about all this talk of a biopic? Would you be down with that? Because everybody keeps saying Destiny's Child biopic. Let's do it.
It would be interesting.
There's a zillion stories.
Because after watching like the New Edition one,
which was so good, shout out to the guys and the crew and the production staff of that. But I think for me, honestly, in order for me to feel like okay with it, I think the girls, we would have to do it.
Right.
We would have to get together, come together, share our stories, decide what we want to talk about.
Kind of like the New Edition because they were part of it.
Yeah, it can't be somebody saying, "Oh, we're going to
do it about you."
Nah, man, because y'all don't know.
Y'all still get checks from New Edition stuff?
From New Edition?
From New Edition? Yeah, you was a New Edition?
Not from Destiny Child stuff. You still get checks?
It's popping. It's good. I definitely was blessed to be a part of such an amazing group, an amazing experience. So, yeah, I work my butt off.
Do you do songs, New Edition songs? New Edition. I keep saying.
What is wrong with you?
Do you do Destiny Child songs when you perform? Or no, you don't do none of that.
I might. Sometimes I do. Sometimes
you have every right to. Now, let me ask you this. I see you're also going to be playing Suge Knight's estranged wife.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
So that should be pretty interesting. And that's going to be Unsolved, the murders of Biggie and Tupac. So what was the research like for that role?
It was kind of tough because, you know, she wasn't out there like that. You know, until I got this role, I didn't know he was married.
That wasn't Michelet? Was he married to Michelet at one point too? Or no?
At one point he was. I don't know if he was married to her, but she dated Dr. Dre and then Suge Knight. Okay. I don't know if they were married or what. I think she found out he was still married or something like that happened.
But it's been cool getting to know her. Shout out to Anthony Hemingway who gave me this opportunity, who I worked with on Treme, and y'all know him from The Wire and the O.J. Simpson joint. So this should be cool. It's great. I work with my boy Luke James, and he's on it as well, playing Puff. So shout out to him. But yeah.
What kind of woman was she? Just because we don't know much about her.
She was about her business. And she was probably the only one that was, afraid of him. So I have nothing but respect for her. But she seemed like a real person. You know how you just look at people, you're like, you're not a real person. She was a real she was as real as it gets, and definitely very confident. Very confident. Didn't back down, not afraid of nobody.
Now, is this the one that Suge said that allegedly tried to kill Tupac or killed Tupac? Is this the same one? Because he just released a statement that said his ex-wife and security tried to kill. So you don't go that far into it.
That wasn't
She's
in the
like,
script.
Hey, that's not in the script. Leave me out of this conversation.
I'm over here, learning my lines, man. That's it. Just learning my lines.
But that's good that you're able to actually now. I think it helps so much when you do because your videos, like we said, it's going to be a mini movie. Yeah. Putting out all these videos and Back to Life, and that's out on Friday, right?
Yes, my album. Oh my gosh, my album comes out this Friday. May 12th. You can also pre-order it right now. It's available on iTunes. And if you want to watch the miniseries, it's available on YouTube and Vivo. Part 1 is out. Part 2 is out. I'm putting Part 3 out very, very soon. But I'm so excited about this album, y'all. Like you said, it's been a minute.
7-8 years.
It is. Listen, and I didn't fall out the face of the earth. I was acting and
recording.
I
didn't know what you looked like when you walked in there. I said, we ain't seen.
She's been acting.
What
is wrong?
I know, but
she's a New Edition.
Since I've seen, right? I'm in New Edition. Let me tell it. But I've enjoyed the process, and I've grown a lot. I'm a completely different woman than I was when I started this album. I think you'll hear the growth. And I work with a lot of great people on this album. Joe Black, who executive produced it along with myself. My boy Chris, Ludacris, is on it as well. T.I. It's been fun, man. And
you're the godmother to Ludacris's daughter?
Yeah, okay. Lil Cadence. When I tell you she brings me joy. Don't bring me to tears. But she's so smart. Her mother teaches her nothing but French, so I'm always complaining am I even gonna be able to talk to this little girl? But she's so awesome, and she has such a bright personality. And I can't wait. She's gonna be a world changer. That's all I'm gonna say. That's dope. And she's beautiful.
Right. Absolutely super cute little girl.
And she's going through her lovable stage too. You know how the baby goes through the shady jank?
Now she loves it.
Yeah, she's like,
that's the best part. That's the best
Da
part.
da da da. That's Auntie in French. Da da. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm leaving wherever I am. I'm coming to you right now. I love her.
Are you dating now or no?
I'm chilling.
What does that mean?
Chilling.
That means maybe, but nobody that I'm going to claim right now on this radio show because I'm not trying to mess up my little private relationship that I have going on.
All right.
Is that what that means?
It's you know what? It's you know how it is. We can't really date because anybody we seen with, we sleeping with.
You're dating, right?
You know what I'm saying? And that's not fair.
Right.
So I think that I leave everything, I give the public my gifts, I share my arts and stuff like that. Love, I want to hold close to my heart. You know what I mean? My personal relationships, as long as I can, so I can build the foundation.
Gotcha.
So we can have a good foundation without all the, you know what I mean? So
right.
I'm very happy.
You're chilling.
Did
you regret being like public before and doing
Yeah, I mean,
you feel like it kind of
moment,
messes things up?
What noise was that?
It was a squeal. It was like a pig squeal.
What was that?
It was very piggy. But when you're in that moment, you want to share. Mm-hmm. You want to share. You want to share with the world what you're feeling and what's on your heart. And you're like, I found love. Woohoo. Because it's rare to get along with somebody and be able to relate to somebody and all that stuff like that. So in the moment, I didn't feel that way. And I have no regrets. I have no regrets about sharing.
He can't get another shot. Back to
I'm
life.
just in a great space right now, and I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is too. I'd rather not go backwards. I know what that did for like me and Slim went back and forth for years. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And
he's ready now.
He might be. But I think that I'm all for forward movement.
I feel like you. That. What kind of guy would you be looking for now?
She's chilling right now.
But I'm saying,
no, playing.
If you say like these are the qualities that I look for because I made some mistakes, but this is what's important to me.
A man of God first. My spiritual connection is very, very important. Mm-hmm. Somebody who understands what we do, because this is a hard business to understand and be a part of. Someone that is attentive and caring and tall, attractive, nice smile, has all his teeth.
Has all his teeth. Do they have to be his teeth? Do they have to be his teeth?
I need
like, what if his tooth got knocked out and then he got a fake?
Look, at least, you know what I mean?
The appearance
can it be the same
of
color, though? Because sometimes they can get the new tooth, and the new tooth don't all the way match with the rest of the set.
You been dating?
Yeah, this
you know what I'm saying? They don't mess with the set.
Her requirement is he has to have all his teeth.
All his teeth, a job.
A job.
Can you have a real job? You know, some insurance. I'm saying like, what's a real job? A real job is some
stable
benefits.
income.
I mean, can you please have a
some
stable
benefits.
benefits?
Okay.
Can you get?
You want some health insurance?
Dentist. We talked about the dentist.
Right.
Okay, dentist.
Can you go to the doctor? Okay. What's your deductible?
What if he's kind of struggling and he doesn't have, and you make way more than him? Does that matter?
No, I'm just saying, like, hey, man, look, hey,
She's like, my standards are not.
It's not
crazy.
It's not crazy, and I'm not asking for a lot. It's hard to meet real people. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to show up with their representatives because they have this. They think you have this expectation of them, and they have to live beyond their means, and then you find out later, it's like, baby, you ain't got like 2 pennies to rub together. And I don't want that person. Right. Like, be honest about yours. This is where I am in life. This is what I'm building. Mm-hmm. And you have to have that. Have goals. Like
ambition. Ambition. It's important.
You know what I mean? Where's your vision board? What's going on here?
A vision board.
Vision board.
What are we doing?
Do guys do vision boards? I know we do.
I know guys that do vision boards. I mean, they got a lot of cars on it. A lot of cars. Stacks. And
could you forgive cheating? Say somebody cheated on you,
and I have before in the past. It's not something that I want to deal with in the future.
You think all men cheat?
No, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm sure they have in their life, but once they, once they get married or get it out of their system, some I've known to not go back to that. But it depends on the relationship. It depends on the woman involved and what she's willing to put up with. That's not something I want to deal with. You know what I mean? It hurts. Everybody knows what that. Well, a majority of the people that I know what it feels like to be. You feel stabbed in the back, man. You feel like, because I don't like the secrets. Share with me. Tell. I'd rather you tell me, hey man, my heart ain't here no more, or I have interest somewhere else, or I'm kind of feeling this girl, and I don't know. I'm so open for those kind of conversations, more so than I gotta find out later.
So if your new boo you with, he goes to a strip club and says, hey, there was a stripper with a fat ass, I just want to knock off one time, you be cool with it?
No, I would not.
That's not what she's saying.
But that conversation, I'm saying I'd be open to the conversation. Like, okay, well, how,
don't let me find out on the blogs.
Right, like, did you, like, in that moment, did you want to touch her? Did you want to grab that ass? Like, where was your mind in that moment? Like, or is this something you want to pursue? Is this someone you could see a future with? Like, let's talk about it. But I don't want my girlfriend to be with her camera phone like, this is what your boo out here doing behind your back. Like, that's just embarrassing. Don't embarrass me.
Did your neck have to move like that when you did that?
Yes,
it did.
Okay.
That's how your girlfriend.
That's how the camera phone.
That's how the camera moves when your girlfriend's doing what she doing for you.
Right.
Now, wait, one last thing. Ask Yee, all right, my advice segment. Somebody called last week, and she said the guy she's dating is perfect. Like, great with her kids. Like, everything about him is great, except
Oh, Lord.
he has a really small penis.
Okay. Well,
Like, it's like a medical situation, like super duper
tough.
small. But she wanted to know, should I still try to stick it out? Because she says she feels like she's going to end up cheating on him.
oh, man, don't do that.
Now, let's say that was you. The guy's perfect. Everything's great.
And
But his penis is like half the size of a thumb.
Where's that little squirrel nose I did? You know what I mean? Like, look at that.
Could
cute
you
little
stick it
thing
through?
there.
How important is that?
If I could be honest, that's definitely on my list when you were asking me before. I don't. Somewhere mid. I just, because that's a part, when I said feel full, that goes into that. Like, I want to feel fulfilled.
You can have a good jaw, a good mouth.
Listen, I just feel like, if you feel like you're going to go run out and cheat on him, then that's not cool. And I would want to have a real, authentic conversation. Like, we should be real good friends. I just feel like
you're a good guy.
You're a
Goodness
great
gracious.
guy. You could be an uncle to my kids
Goodness
y'all
gracious.
you love the kids,
Right.
And I just, because that's something. And here's the other thing: we got grandparents. We know after a certain age that don't even matter no more because it don't work. That equipment don't work.
So holla at me when we 80. If
I
I'm
don't
still
know.
single
If I'm
and you still single.
let's do this. But in the meantime,
gracious,
you know what I'm
savages over here.
saying? I wouldn't want to do him like that.
So if he got teeth,
He
he
got all
got
his
health
teeth.
benefits, but the small peenie weenie
He's
still not working out.
ambitious.
He got a vision board. Good job. Just a small peenie
He got the
weenie.
vision board too.
Yeah.
Dang,
And he
this
got a
nigga
vision
tough.
board.
And all his teeth, and the one match with the
They
rest of
all
the
match.
set.
And they're
All
white,
match.
beautiful,
They're all
all
white.
real, pearly.
Oh, how the rest of it? You know what I'm saying?
The rest of it.
He's good at other things.
Other things?
Yeah, he's good at oral.
Because then
He's
that's
good.
selfish. Because if he's good for you and you're good,
Right.
Right.
then.
It's easy. Just jerk him off with 2 fingers. It's 1,
No,
2, 3.
or oral sex is super easy.
But she's thinking about cheating on him, which means she's not
Right.
being satisfied.
That's true.
So that might not. That must not work.
Or he could use a toy.
But then you might as well be single with a toy. But my thing is, if she
my God.
wasn't
He's great at cuddling.
contemplating
He's great at
cheating on her and cheating on him, then I would say stay and do what you got to do.
Why did you do this? She said stay
I
and
just
do what you
imagine a
gotta
little
do.
pop-up,
She did
you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like a little tootsie roll. But if you know, she want to cheat on him, cuz, so she not being satisfied.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We need
and I know
every
we got
aspect.
the 80-20 rule, but that's a big part
80-20.
of the
The 80-20.
situation.
What's the 80-20 rule?
You know what I'm saying? How they said on the movie. You know when they said it on the movie.
What?
in
What
that
they say?
part? When that is that the Jill Scott movie with one of them Tyler Perry joints? See, he gets me. You saw it, and he was saying if they have the 8 exactly, don't leave the 80 for the 20, cuz. And if they're doing, if 80% of that thing is right and you're satisfied and you guys are in a, whatever, good place, then the grass ain't always greener.
Right.
And it really might just be that 20%.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He has 20% of a penis. It's fine.
Hello.
There you go.
It's
My
still
goodness.
downloading. I just see the little
It's
bar.
still downloaded. I know one thing. Every time I hear her say cuz, I'm thinking about she shoot somebody. Right? I'm like, all right. All right. Well, we appreciate you for joining us. The album comes out this Friday. Make sure you go get it.
May 12th.
And we appreciate you.
Thanks
Back
for
to
having
life.
me.
7, 8 years. Come on. You can't do that
I'm
again.
not going. I'm going back right back in the studio after this.
All
I
right.
promise you.
There you have it. It's The Breakfast Club. It's Miss LeToya Luckett.
Yeah.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in